Welcome to day 5, the final day of our launch week here, where we're talking about skills, and not just any skills, but widget skills. Joining me to show off widget skills, we have one of our engineers here, Megan Spalding.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Excited to show this off today.
How does skills help take UI development and like libraries or whatever? How does it take that to the next level, or even like sidestep it completely?
So as far as skills go, under the hood, it is using our SDKs. So any of our SDKs that support your language, it's going to be able to use and implement within the context of your app. So since Claude is sitting there, it knows all of your files. It's going to know exactly when to use what and how. And within that, we have flush out a lot of context around the CSS. So no matter how your UI is built out, whether you're using CSS modules or Tailwind or whatever it may be, these skills have that context along with a bunch of rules so that it can work with your code base, building out these widgets exactly how you would build them out.
I know that you have a demo, so let's show these off.
Absolutely. For the sake of this demo, we have created WorkOS Radio, a radio station that might have various stations, teams, different DJs. So we need on our team page to be able to manage our radio DJs. So I'm going to go into Claude. Hey, Claude, can you set up a WorkOS user management widget on my team's page? And that's really it. You can see right here, it is successfully loading our skill. Behind the scenes, this is going through the code base, the design of the actual app, running through some best practices that we've baked into these skills, depending on how your UI is built out. Again, whether that's those CSS modules, Tailwinds, etc., making sure that this is built native and unique to your specific use case. This page, as of right now, only has this header. It's completely empty. Once this thing finishes crunching, as it's saying, we should see a list of our active users and be able to view those users as well as invite new users. And it should all match. It should look like the rest of this app, right? So we can see it's handling everything. So if you've ever built widgets from scratch, you have to set up and go and retrieve the tokens to get those widgets to work and to actually show your live data. It's doing all that for you. You literally have to do nothing. If WorkOS is on your apps, it's going to do everything, getting that token and anything you might need to get this functioning.
Okay, so while this loads, can you fire up the WorkOS dashboard so we can see like a couple of the users that it's going to like come back with?
If you see over here on WorkOS, this organization has Beryl and Megan. And here we are.
This is so fun.
We can also see what happens when we invite a member. Send an invite.
The font pickup is great. I love it.
Yes. If we're matching our fonts through and through, along with like everything, like our search is going to work. Everything's going to work out of the box. And match our UI.
I think when I heard like widget skills, I was thinking like, oh, like it's just going to like be able to pump out little pieces of like UI, like, you know, buttons or labels or whatever, but it's actually connecting like end to end, like WorkOS features for you.
Yep, that's correct. End to end, everything. If something's in WorkOS, if we have a widget for it, you'll be able to use widget skills for it.
So we like to end all these with like a little bit of engineer talk. What did you learn developing these skills, like particularly like UI stuff that you that you needed to get right inside of these skills?
One of the interesting things was when building this out, we ended up testing things that weren't technically supported. They weren't, I think Svelte was one of them. Things we didn't really expect for the widget to be able to figure out these widget skills. And in fact, it was able to build out some things within these tech stacks that we hadn't really planned for. So that was really interesting. I think the other thing in working, we originally were going to build this out as a CLI. And during testing, one of the very first things that came up was being able to iterate and continue the conversation. So we made that shift to work how a modern engineer works, where you're very cloud native with that.
Awesome. Well, hey, Megan, thank you so much for being here. Thanks for showing off widget skills and talking a little bit about how you built them. All right. Thank you so much for checking out this launch week. It's been a lot of fun just learning from all of our engineers and seeing all the cool things that they have built. If you want to see the other launches, we'll include links to the playlist above, as well as a recap video kind of showcasing all of the things that we launched this week. Thanks so much for checking us out. We look forward to seeing you next time. I'm Chantastic. See you in the next one. Bye.